There's a snitch in the White House and the markets are under pressure. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. It's Bubba's Daily Update, and always great to be here with you. And of course, here from Las Vegas in my hotel room. And we've got markets that are under some pretty good pressure, but seem to be holding. And again, one of the things I think you always want to make sure that you check out, and since we're using charts today, you can see, is the volatility index. I mean, the VIX is up 90 cents, but when you look at it from that standpoint, I mean, you're really not, going all that far. So based on the pressure, there's not a lot of things going on here. But it is something to be concerned about. Obviously, we do have a leak in the White House, and whether or not that's the reason for sell, which I tend to doubt. I think the markets are just under pressure and waiting for the jobs number tomorrow. So we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, gold was much higher and is sold off pretty much dramatically throughout the day. Not a good sign, but at least if it will hold within that range, I think we'll be fine. I think that, it kind of made a new or a higher low yesterday, which would be about 1,200. So that looks fine. And the indexes are lower. The NASDAQ is getting pummeled again. And as we said the other day on the update, that Amazon was probably a fairly good sale at that level. My charts just went out, so you'll just have to look at me for the meantime. We said that the Amazon looked like a pretty good sale, and it certainly was. It's down about $100 from its high. At the end of the day, look, here's the bottom line. We still have to be patient. We've got to see what these jobs numbers brings tomorrow. There's not much really to go crazy about. I think there's been a lot of undue pressure on Bitcoin. Bonds are a little bit higher, but they're working lower. Crude oil is getting cracked, which is what we expected. The overall picture is we want to watch interest rates and the dollar. Those are still our black swan events. Those are still the things we're looking for. And other than that, we got to be very patient here and wait for the right opportunities. Again, if you're more active, then it's been a pretty good trade if you're an active trader. But if you're passive, then you need to wait until we can get some follow through, because really through it all, we're still really just in what we would call more of a consolidation pattern than anything else. So there'd be no reason to get overly excited about any of this movement. I mean, certainly 14 points in the S&P is certainly not a very big move when you look at the big perspective. I think that the big thing to look at here is the overall strength of the Dow compared to the other indexes, which is the reverse of what it's been. And normally that would be considered more bearish in the long run. So in the meantime, I think what we do is we do what we've done all along. We sit back, we relax, and we wait for a reason to get overly involved, and we'll be back. I think probably I'll do a morning update tomorrow, right after the jobs number, so we have a pretty good clue. But watch this afternoon. There's a good chance we could collapse, and there's a good chance that the buyers would step in. This is being taped at about 2:08. So hopefully you'll get it somewhere around 2:45. And everybody have a great weekend if I don't talk to you. And of course, we've got Bubba's Daily Update every day, but we'll be back on Monday with that. And of course, over the weekend with Bubba's Bottom Line. And of course, we always pick a football game. And tonight we really like the Atlanta Falcons, but the line has changed from them being a dog to a favorite. So not as big a fan, but do like Atlanta. And in the meantime, don't forget about our high school investing program. You can go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And if you'd like to help us out, and of course, don't forget the Bubba Show every day from 4 to 5 Eastern at libertytalk.fm. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. And we will do an update tomorrow morning just to give you an idea what happened with jobs. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.